Beijing and neighboring provinces have just suffered a record-breaking 147 hours of heavy rain, equivalent to 40% of the annual rainfall. The government has issued a red alert for the flood situation in Beijing, asking people to limit going out, suspending all public activities, and activating emergency response. Heavy rains lasting for many consecutive days have caused water levels in reservoirs around Beijing to rise rapidly, posing a potential risk of dam failure and serious flooding. Faced with the emergency, the Beijing government was forced to release floodwaters to reduce pressure on irrigation works and protect the safety of downstream areas. The heavy rain that lasted for many days caused floods from upstream to flow in with great speed and volume. Floodwaters rushed through villages and streets, sweeping away everything in their path. Hundreds of houses were submerged in water. Many places only the roofs were visible. All the furniture and property inside were severely damaged. The city government recommends that people do not go out unless absolutely necessary. Avoid moving through flooded areas and do not park in low-lying areas. Businesses and agencies are required not to arrange workers to work, except for necessary units related to urban operations. All indoor and outdoor tourism, sports, cultural, and artistic activities are suspended. Schools and training facilities have suspended all in-person classes. Construction sites are forced to stop construction and quickly evacuate workers to safety. Temporary traffic control measures are also in place at dangerous points and key rescue routes, with preparations being made to stop subway and bus operations if necessary. People were forced to abandon their cars as water rose to escape flooded streets. After record rains left thousands of cars and homes badly damaged. Insurance company Goldman Sachs said the floods also generated record insurance claims of $1.7 billion after thousands of cars and homes were destroyed. China's state media Xinhua said on Tuesday that Beijing authorities had allocated 1 billion yuan, $139 million in disaster relief to Guangdong and Hebei, as well as the capital Beijing and the Inner Mongolia region.
现在正是水稻抽穗的关键时期，淹2天就完蛋了，这一年的产量就没了。
从春天撒种子开始，就不断的往地里撒钱，马上秋收了，农民们对这种天灾真是一点办法也没有啊。
Crops in the fields along the river were submerged, at risk of being lost, threatening the food source of local people. Rescue forces had to use boats and motorboats to reach isolated areas, bringing people to safety. Local authorities urgently deployed remedial measures, but the situation remained very tense due to the heavy rain that had not stopped, and the water level continued to rise. This is considered one of the most devastating floods in many years.
我是孙洪沟这个村民孙永贤，然后我们村现在还有330人出不来，我们村现在就是从路边把着绳子拴着绳，能从水边往过走，然后希望组织一下消防队员也好，或者说是什么队员也好，把我们村就是能走的、能抬的都给我们抬出来。
那我们现在孙洪沟村的伤亡情况是什么情况？
村上就是村书记和村书记他老公都被冲走了，还有2个，有1个有尸首，3个都没有尸首。老村书记都冲走了，我爸爸说老书记冲走了，我说老书记我得坚持。 真的希望组织赶紧来给我们救助了，这些人300多人呢。如果咱有意识流的话，一定有救成下了。
好的，那我清楚这个情况了，我马上向领导汇报一下。啊，
真是。
Heavy rains and floods killed at least 5 people in Guangdong over the weekend, prompting a search and rescue operation involving more than 1,300 rescue workers. 16 rivers in Guangdong are at risk of overflowing, with water levels in 2 locations reaching their highest levels since 2017 and 2018. Emergency management authorities said on Tuesday the situation could worsen, with 2 to 3 typhoons expected to hit China in August.